Hi Aquarius and welcome to Light Tarot. This is your wellness reading for the next 4 weeks, that time period being the entirety of December. So as per usual, I have cleansed and pre-shuffled my cards so that I can take my time over that and I don't have to waste any of yours. Now, as any tarot reader will tell you, there are a lot of you out there, so take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And if nothing resonates for you, then that's absolutely fine. It's just not the reading for you. You can try again next time. But should this resonate for you, then please by all means do hit the like, share and subscribe buttons and you'll be alerted to your next reading. So, apologies for this coming so late. There was an awful lot of things happening for me and I needed to kind of prioritise what I was spending my time over. So I'm back now and I'm all good to go. I've also changed the way that I'm reading this particular spread. Instead of the final card being how can you better manage your duties and responsibilities, it talks about your strengths, which I feel is a bit more productive for this kind of reading. Now, what was really interesting was that while I was preparing the cards, there was a few cards that came out at various bits, and together they created a story. And it seemed to be that you've had success over expressing certain boundaries with yourself. It strengthened some relationships, and it seems to have worked for your self-esteem. And it's possible that these particular boundaries were concerned about a group setting. So if that applies to you, then that's something that you can take. If it doesn't, then that's fine. But I thought you would be interested to know that. So, the current energy that you are putting out into the world right now is the Eight of Pentacles. So let's talk about the Eight of Pentacles for Aquarius. What's happening there? Very good. Thank you. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Judgment card, and we have the Two of Wands here. Okay, so the energy that you're putting out into the world right now is one of you really putting the fine details on something, or really wanting to focus on something that is considered your masterpiece. And what's really interesting about that is that it's almost like you're understanding that this is your turn now. This is where you are now. You're at the right path, the path of conjunction, I want to say, for making this a reality for you. It could be as well that something serendipitous happened as well to maybe solidify this for you. Maybe there was an aha moment for you or a eureka moment for you that proved to you that this was your calling, that this was the right thing for you. There's been some revelations with that. And it's making you kind of understand what your purpose is, what you're really about, where you're really going, and the path that you're wanting to take. It's like you've been given verification now that this is what you're supposed to do. This is where you're supposed to go. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck for the subconscious and the hidden. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit here. You've also got the Six of Pentacles there. So it's been slow going to get to this point, but you're here now. You've been gathering information and resources along the way, trying to get to this. Maybe you all always knew what it was that you wanted to do, and you knew that it was just going to take time for you to get that way. Maybe you didn't know, and the place that you've gotten to now is come through you taking bits from here and there, through your experiences in your life, and it's brought you to this place of you having real clarity about what your values are, about what it is that you want, and also what it is that's going to bring you abundance. It's not been an easy journey. It's been quite difficult. You've had some stuff to deal with along the way, but you've always strove to row to the next shore. And I feel that this situation that's happened at the minute, that's given you that clarity, that, as I say, aha moment, it came in the nick of time. It came exactly as it was supposed to be. And you understand the wisdom in that. You understood that it took time to do that. You've gathered a lot of wisdom over the years because of it, and I think you've always known that there has been a dream for you, there has been a wish for you. They've got the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles here, so that's quite interesting. Maybe there's a little reminder to you, Aquarius, that giving too much is just as bad as giving too little. It can lead to hardships either way, so balance is the key. Now, what aspect of your life is too full? Sorry, what is being neglected or forgotten is the High Priestess, and that is you trusting your intuition, listening to the signs around you. Tell me about the High Priestess. Thank you. Tell me about the High Priestess for Aquarius. Okay. Oh, that one jumped. Okay. A lot of cards. Right, we have Temperance, Strength, Death, Four of Swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Justice card. So yeah, I feel that the reason why your intuition has, or your sensitivity towards seeing and interpreting signs has been diminished, because clearly there has been so much happening. Maybe out of necessity, because you've had to. It's almost like with Temperance, you've had to negotiate where your energies are being put, and you're trying to find your strength there with that, with the notion of needing to wait for the right timing, because you're aware that something is being put to an end in order for you to take this path, and you do understand that, because the rebirth that comes is going to be something glorious. But it's a case of you having to wait. You're having to really wait. Maybe there's also been some reflection here for you. But perhaps that's not a bad thing. Like, in order for you to bring this back, to bring the intuition, to bring the sensitivity to signs and symbols and so on, maybe that's actually a good thing for you. Because it could be that you've been so focused on the action of something that the essence of you has been forgotten. And I think in order for you to bring that back, maybe there's a need for a little exploration on your part. being willing to explore new things. Because perhaps, like you've been so focused on this that you've thought, okay, well, I need to put all of my attention onto this in order to make it happen. But in order to feed your intuition, perhaps it's okay, realizing that maybe it's okay for you to explore new experiences will actually help you. And I guess that if you really look into your emotions and really tap into your intuition, even a connection to spirit, if that's something that you have, maybe what will happen there is you'll be able to look at that objectively and you'll think to yourself, okay, have I been looking at this because it's something that I want to do or I feel that I should be doing it? Am I not doing certain things because I feel like I shouldn't be doing it or because I need to focus on this? So it's about taking accountability of your own actions. And I guess that what this novel here is asking is, are you taking care of yourself in the way that you should be, Aquarius? Are you doing what you feel you should be doing? By your standards of what other people are expecting of you, or are you actually neglecting something of yourself? Something to think about, something to consider. Because there is no doubt that this is meant for you, absolutely, but it also doesn't have to be all consuming. You're really in tune with your intuition, I feel. And it's almost like you've told it to use its indoor voice. And I think that a big part of that is have a look. You've got the moon card, the world card, 5 of Swords, and you've got the sun card here. Maybe it's a case of you having convinced yourself of what I just said there. And maybe have a look at that, look at your emotions behind that, and maybe think, is that reality though? Or is that something that I've told myself out of some feeling of doing the right thing? Well, what is the right thing? Is the right thing focusing on this because you feel that you need to be seen to do that, or is the right thing actually taking care of yourself for your own needs? And I feel that once you do that, once you really look at how you're feeling about that objectively, then there will be a unification within you. This wholeness will come, and an end of a cycle of some sort. So it's almost like maybe um, this past month in particular has just, maybe it's felt like it's just been a repetition of obligation, and it's time for that to come to a close, because it doesn't actually, as the 5 of Swords suggests, it maybe there's been an all or nothing mentality behind that, and maybe that needs to come to a close. And I feel that that is actually the answer for you, really, because you have the Sun card here, that affirmation of the whole, yes. The Sun card is just waiting to have that injection of vitality and creativity and spontaneity, and maybe that's the best way for you to shake the cobwebs off, is to just do something really spontaneous, something that really appeals to your inner child. So what aspect of your life is too full? And that's the Hanged Man, that essence of sacrifice, I feel. So tell me about the Hanged Man for Aquarius. Tell me about the Hanged Man for Aquarius. Oop. Okay. Right, we have the 7 of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and we've also got the Queen of Wands here. So I feel that there either is some sort of deception, or there was some sort of deception about a new opportunity that had come your way. Maybe it not being all that it seems. And it's almost like, because you're on a particular path that leads you to your future, maybe that aha moment from before comes from this here. Because if you'd continued down the path of this new opportunity, maybe it would have derailed you from this, from your true purpose. Maybe there was something sneaky about it as well. But I feel that in order for you to understand that, look, this situation here with the deception, that new opportunity, whether you've taken the opportunity, or if you're doing that opportunity, or if you have just finished with that opportunity, it was still sacrifice. And I feel that, yeah, that did derail you a little bit, because the question to ask yourself is this path the one that is going to lead you to comfort and satisfaction? And the Nine of Cups asks, is this what you wished for, or is this what you wished for? Now, the Queen of Wands knows exactly where her passions lie, and she manifests all of her situations, experiences, and so on. So I wonder if this situation was actually manifested by you in order to make you realize that, look, there's too much sacrifice going on here. What about me? Interesting. Uh-huh. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Ace of Cups. There is something nurturing about you, Aquarius, and I feel that because of this situation that we're in, you were wanting to give it your all. Maybe you didn't realize that it was a sacrifice, because you could see the potential behind it. You could see the growth that would have been available, or that is available within it. But I feel that with the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles here, the more work that you put into fine tuning whatever it is that's happening within this opportunity, there's also the risk of you becoming displaced. As I said, that derailment from what it was that you really wanted to do. But it's almost like with the Ace of Cups here, this is the aha moment, that this is the one that has made you realize so many things about how you actually feel about all of this. And maybe there's been a super quick decision for you. So how are you affected by all of this? And you have the Magician here. So it's almost like, because you've had this understanding of what's actually going on for you, like the veil has been lifted from your eyes, and because of that, all of your energies seem to be now in more balance. There's more equilibrium there. Maybe there's that, you have a feeling within you of the whole, no, I can do anything now because I figured it out. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this happen. I'm a bit magician. Okay. Tell me about the magician. Calm yourself. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and we've got the Lovers here. Okay. I feel that what's actually happened for you is maybe there's been this aha moment that has happened for you. It's almost like it is solidified for you what is precious to you, what you have value in. And you know that like you're quite happy with the concept of things taking a little bit longer to get to where you need to be. It's almost like you've had a revelation about, okay, well, this doesn't have to happen immediately. I don't have to go pedal to the metal. I don't have to neglect myself in order to make this happen, because it will come. It will come in time. And it'll come when it needs to come, because the magician will make it happen when it needs to happen. It will be manifested in the appropriate time. And I feel that the Three of Cups and the Lovers here, I think you're going to be celebrating that understanding of, okay, well, it doesn't have to be pedal to the metal. I can just take my time over it. It's almost like you becoming a bit more grounded about your energies and your feelings around things. Like maybe you've realised that, look, it's all well and good to be really passionate about something and really, really want to achieve that, but at the same time, I need to manage my workflow. I need to manage my stress levels. I need to maintain my health. You know, in our house, we have a particular saying, health before wealth. Which you know, it would be nice if that was something that other people could bring into their life if they so chose to do so. If they don't, then that's fine. But my husband and I, we've both been in positions where we've made ourselves quite ill because we felt that we had to really hammer into what we were doing, and at what cost. You know, that's it. And if you follow the channel, you know that's a question I frequently ask: at what cost? So I feel that that's something that is going to be celebrated for you, and it's actually going to open up your friend groups again. There's going to be more socialization, that there's going to be more fun, more pleasure, and also I feel that it's not only going to strengthen your bonds within yourself and your boundaries, your healthy boundaries, but it's also going to really strengthen the relationships that you have around you, the ones that are closest to you. Yeah, you've had a real realization of what's actually truly important to you, Aquarius. You have the Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles, and you've got the Magician again, and the Ten of Pentacles here. So you do have the strength and the determination to get to victory, and you're okay with it being slow. Because you have the Chariot has the ability to take command of opposing forces within him. That's that push pull that we were talking about before, of, well, I need to batter in about it, but I also need to take care of myself. So that recognition of, well, I'm not just sitting on my bum doing nothing today, I'm actually taking care of myself, um, that type of concept, just being really grounded and understanding that, look, I've got everything that I need. And being stable in yourself is super important. Being stable in yourself, understanding that things will take time, is going to unlock this magician ability for you even further than what is going to happen already for you. Like right now, you've got all your ducks in a row, which is absolutely phenomenal. But in time, the manifestation ability of the magician is going to be unlocked, and there is going to be incredible success for you with the Ten of Pentacles and recognition for it too, which is remarkable. So, what to reduce or remove from your life, very interestingly, is the Ten of Cups. Now, that's an unusual card to have in that position. So we'll get some more clarity in that before we talk about it. Tell me about the Ten of Cups, please. Okay. Right. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, and on its sides rather, and we've got the Two of Swords here. Okay. Hmm. So I'm wondering if what to remove or reduce from your life is this pursuit of what you feel will bring you happiness and harmony. Because the pursuit of what you feel is happiness and harmony means that right now some of your relationships are suffering for it. Now, what does happiness and harmony look like to you, Aquarius? You know, what ingredients would you put into a cup to make your happiness? Also, maybe consider, does that idea or that vision of happiness align with the people that are important to you? You know, if you're in a relationship with somebody, a romantic relationship, maybe you're not quite meeting at the same levels, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. What it does mean is that it's opening up an avenue of communication for you, which is wonderful. Because I think that if you do that, once you recognize that, because this is already happening here, like that, this realization that you've had about what value means to you, and you taking it easy is leading to celebration. I think once you communicate that with your other half or your whoever it is, that you have that connection with, it could be a best friend, it could be a family member, it could even be a business partner. Once you do that, I think you're actually going to realize with the Ten of Pentacles that you already have happiness and harmony. You already have it. You will recognize that for yourself. And I feel that there is going to be a significant slowing down for you with the Knight of Swords on its side here. You're still going to put a lot of action and thought into this thing that you want to do, but you're also going to calm it back a bit and realize, okay, well, I could spend another 5 hours in the office typing up these documents, for example, or I could take my partner out to dinner. I could do some research on this paper for another 5 hours, or I could put the dogs into the car and we could go to the beach. You know, things like that enrichment. Like I can get to that in a second, but right now, let's go and do this. And with this Two of Swords here, maybe this is something that you're actually already aware of, but you haven't really wanted to look at it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And maybe you're just not quite sure, well, how do I even do that? Maybe you're a person of black and white thinking and you don't know, like you don't have any middle gears, you've only got first gear and sixth, you know, and you don't know how to do that. The bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Hermit Crab. The Hermit Crab. That's twice I've done that. Somebody before, I called it the Hermit Crab. That's ridiculous. The Hermit Crab. The Star card, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I think, yeah, it's important for you to understand that there is a time for you to recognise that you've really done your best on something at the minute, but it's time for me to leave that behind in order for me to focus on what is in front of me right now. And how do you do that, Aquarius? Well, you do that by following your wisdom. You know, do some introspection, have a think about it, maybe even speak to somebody that you know has wisdom over matters like this. And they will be able to help light your path. What this is going to do is this is going to bring about new healing for you. And if anything, actually is going to enrich this path that is meant for you anyway. So this is going to happen regardless. It doesn't mean to say that you shouldn't do anything, that you should just like sit and do nothing for it. Obviously, you do still need to put work in it. But because this is meant for you, it will happen regardless. So it is the right path. But this is also the right path for you. These two paths will synchronize once you realize, okay, well, I need to actually enjoy what's present more. Then Seven of Pentacles actually confirms that there. You still do need to do the work in, but it's about learning how to do the balance. So I'm looking behind there because my cat's just slunk behind the chair, and I've got this fear that she might just like jump out and scare me half to death. Right, what to introduce is the Hermit, and that is that introspection, that reflection, the seeking of advice from other people that you feel are wise in these matters. Now, the Hanged Man flipped there, but then flipped back in. So yes, a change of perspective. Tell me about the Hermit for Aquarius, please. Okay, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups on its side, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Ooh. So something needs to be let go of, Aquarius, because as the Five of Cups suggests, you're looking too much at the things that you don't have and not seeing the things that you do have. And I feel that with the Knight of Cups on its side, it's like perhaps you really haven't explored your emotion enough about that. You know, maybe this actually, you're already unhappy about how you've been focusing on what you don't have, but you haven't really talked about the emotion behind it. Maybe you haven't really thought about it that much, but it's there. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I had to go and answer the door there. Right, so yes, we had the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups with the Hermit. So I feel that it is going to take you some work to like have a little look at all the things around you that like it's almost like all the values that you have there, and that needs to cultivate the crop, and how you balance that with what your inner child wants to do, which isn't easy. Of course it's not easy, but where does it come from? Maybe it actually comes from something in the past. Maybe it's a mindset from the past. Let's have a look and see. We have the Five of Swords, the Empress, the Three of Swords. We've also got the Devil card here and the King of Wands. So I feel that that there maybe is a kind of an all or nothing attitude here that you have, or a mindset that you have that's attributed to growth and what success is. And maybe that's come from something that has happened in the past that's brought you, maybe it was a result of a betrayal or something that happened that really, really cut you. But there is that need to recognize that, well, you don't need to recognize it, but the recognition there that it is quite unhealthy. And if you want to do something for the sheer enjoyment of doing it, then do it. You know, don't be chained to that idea of having to keep everything. Now, let's have a look at your shadow card. Now, the point in the shadow card is so that you can have a look at that part of you that you really don't like and then accept it. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to, but once you can accept it, you can either just work with it or you can change it. It is rewarding to work with it or to change it, but whatever you want to do is entirely up to you. Now, your card is the Tower card. Tell me about the Tower card for Aquarius. You getting anything else? Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we have the Five of Wands, we have the Hanged Man, and we've also got the Five of Pentacles here. Okay. So I feel that your shadow side is your uncertainty of self. Like, do you feel that maybe you're just not capable, or you're not strong enough, that you're not stable enough? Does that maybe come from a feeling of you having to fight? Like everything has been such a struggle that, yeah, there is some element of sacrifice in that, and but there's also some element of having to give in to the to the universe to see what happens. And maybe the thought of this, of hardships, scares you. You don't know if you're going to be able to work through it. But it all boils down to the same thing: fear. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Empress, you have the Page of Pentacles, you've got the Four of Wands, and you've also got the World card here. So I think, Aquarius, it's almost like there's an imposter syndrome going on here for you. Because the truth of the matter is that you have so much potential to grow. You're incredibly nurturing. And you do have this ability to be successful. And I think it's just learning to slow down and understand that you are perhaps driven by needing to do the right thing, needing to be reliable, and needing to be responsible. But I think that if you were just a little bit kinder to yourself and realize, look, you are you have the ability to make anything grow. Your foundations are strong, and you're not alone with the Four of Wands. You have family with you there, family who celebrate you and who love you. And I think once you realize that, look, you don't have to fight, you don't have to sacrifice. Once you do that, which is a difficult ask, I know, there will be unity for you. There will be safety for you, that it'll come to a close for you. And the potential of that is you feeling freedom with the Fool card, feeling freedom, that taking a leap of faith on yourself by slowing things down, by not going pedal to the metal, because its own rewards will come. And the notion of the hardships that are temporary, it'll be okay. You had the Ace of Pentacles there. You will be okay financially. Now, your strengths, again, unusually, is the Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. What a lovely card to end on. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, and we have the Star card. So, interestingly, your strengths being that whole overthinking thing. The message here with the Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Star card is redirect those thoughts into something that you can actually work with. Because at the minute, the overthinking is more focused on... We'll take the King of Wands as well. The overthinking is focused on thoughts that induce anxiety. And anxiety comes from fear. It's a reactive emotion. So how do you do that? Quite simply, again, it's the recognition of what you actually have with the Nine of Pentacles. The recognition of what your true values are, what you need to live in comfortable, enjoying the comfortable mindsets, what your idea of luxury is, maybe changing that idea. But and as well, the other thing about reshaping your thoughts is doing so analytically. So not necessarily from a place of emotion, but from that whole, as we talked about here earlier on with the Justice card, accountability, being objective about those thoughts. How can you... It's like a laser. How can you reposition that laser of thought into something that's going to be more productive for you? And I think one of the things that is going to make that easier for you is by exploring the things that you find joy in being creative, like really bringing this back out, reinvigorating yourself. Because the right path for you is to use your mind, but use it differently. It'll bring you to new healing and new hope, and it puts you on that correct path. It'll solidify this. The bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and we've also got the Magician. So how do you do that? How do you redirect those thoughts into something that you can actually use? Quite simply, is you need to learn about it, learn about yourself, maybe learn about certain therapeutic methods you could use, like maybe CBT would be helpful for you. You don't know. Maybe simply talking about it would be useful. Taking like fast action on something creatively will help you. But ultimately, I feel that you understanding that you have so much intellect and being truthful with yourself about how effective this current method of thinking is. And once you do that, once you figure out how to do that, the last piece of your puzzle for manifestation falls into place. Righty-ho, Aquarius, that's us for today. So if this was the reading for you, then I hope that I've given you a lot to think about and a lot to process and questions to ask. And as I say, if this is the reading for you, then please do hit the like and share buttons and possibly subscribe to the channel to help me grow it. That would be nice. And I will see you for your next reading, which will be for your general reading. Okie dokie. And I'll try to be on schedule this time, but as I say, things have slowed down, so I'm going to be able to give a bit more time to this. Alrighty, so thank you very much, and take care of yourself. Bye.